Nope. Nah. No.
This is our first attempt at the 1 kilometre run and the 1 mile run. We went for a 1 mile effort and just made a note of how fast we went through the 1 kilometre as well. I think we went through the 1 kilometre at 4 minutes and 24 seconds, and then we did the whole mile in 7 minutes 25 seconds. So it's not 5 minutes, but we've got a starting point, which means we've got something to aim at and something to work from. The route is the loop outside of the base, the gymnastics centre where we work that we've talked about. It's really flat. There's a couple of junctions to cross, but it's nice and safe because it's pretty quiet down that end. We're then back into the garage on a different day to test for deadlift. 10-minute warm-up, just get the whole body going. Start with the empty bar and just build up from there. I did find my weightlifting belt and I put it somewhere. Now I can't remember where I put it, and I don't know where my lifting straps are. I'd like wrist straps. I've not got a clue where they are. Forgot to say this at the start, but 400 pounds is 181 point something kilos. So to really tick it off, we need to hit 182.5. It's gonna be a lot. Found it. It was hiding. So after we've done the initial warm-up, we're then just loading up the plates. We've already done a set of, with the 50s. So my bar weighs 15 kilograms rather than 20. So adding on that 50 gives you a 65 for your first lift, and it gives you a 125 for your second lift, and then, no, a 115 for your second lift, and then a 155 for your third lift. We've just hit 155 kilograms, which is 330 something pounds. I'll put the box up. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't that bad. I reckon I've got maybe another 10 kilos in me today.
Nope. Nah. No. I said no to 165. 155. Fair enough.
So first attempts of deadlift and the run for the 4x4 challenge. Deadlift's at 155, so I think that's 341 pounds, so we're about 60 pounds short, about 20 kilos short. First attempt of the run was roughly a 424, but we've got some things that we can do better with running shoes, and we can train for it too. Both of those numbers are close enough that I think we can make this kind of a 8 to 12 week goal, and we should be able to hit them. Part 1 of Project 4 complete. We managed 1 kilometre run in 3 minutes and 56 seconds. That means we've now just got to sort out the deadlift. So we're going to sneak in a cheeky 5x5, nothing too heavy because I know I'm not ready for anything heavy yet. It's currently February, just the start of February. I'd like to be able to hit this goal by the end of February, but end of March, if I can get back to 182.5 just for a single, doesn't have to be pretty, but if I can get my deadlift back to there, we'll be happy by the end of March. quick update on how far off we are from the 5 minute mile. So I ran the numbers on it. A 5 minute mile is run at the same pace as a 3 minute and 6 kilometre. So the pace I just ran for my kilometre the other day, when I came in at a 3:56, I've got to knock 50 seconds off that and then carry on for another 600 or so metres. So yeah, this could be I thought that getting the deadlift to 500 pounds would be the long term, would be the harder part, but based on current speeds, the run's going to be just as hard as the squat. We've just come back from a jog through the woods. We've been up to, I thought it was called the Outwoods, but apparently it's nice that it's Jubilee Woods, but it's at the top of Loughborough, and it's really nice. It's just lots of little routes, loads of different ways you can go, and then you can finish coming out over some fields, and then I can run back home. I think it was about 7k, 6 or 7k, something like that, and it was nothing too hard. I just really like that route, so it's really nice to just go out. It's good for clearing the head. Plan on what's next. And what's next is 5x5 on the squat at 67.5 kilos and 5x5 on the deadlift, but I'm going to try to go a bit heavier to start to stretch the deadlift out ahead of the squat. Just finished a few minutes ago we finished the squats 5x5, kept it at 67.5. It feels pretty good, feels like the weight's about right for now. With deadlifts, what I've decided to do is still do a 5x5, but because it does feel quite easy, go up by 2.5 kilograms every set. So the first set was 67.5, we've just done the second set at 70, and then the next one will be 72.5, 75, and I think I need to finish with a 77.5. So it just goes up every time, and I think I can probably manage that for a few weeks to just build it up slowly. All done. 5x5 was really good. So 67.5, 70, 72.5, 75, 77.5. All felt really good. Still not needing lifting straps, which is a good job because I can't find them. I think I'm going to have to buy a new pair. But the lifting belt's good. I went to the middle of the platform because I've got stuff for some jobs around the house, so we couldn't use the normal space, but actually it worked fine. And I used to, we've got these hooks, we've got these screws that we used to attach the elastics to for when we were doing resisted deadlifts. Once for a bit, when we were further into the program, we needed some fancy stuff. So deadlifting in that spot is absolutely fine. Like floor worked well, space worked well, little bit fiddly getting the weights in and out, but you know, it's only a little garage, so little issues like that to be expected. Another good day. Tick. More Project 4 stuff. We're going to sneak in some squats and some deadlifts. We're going to do another 5x5 in the garage again. We ran home from work. It's what we do most Saturdays when we get a chance. It's about 3 miles, 5k. It's a little bit less than 5k, I think. And it's a fairly simple route, so it's pretty good. What it has got is a flat bit kind of halfway through, where it's a good place for me to be checking my kind of high-end pace, like my sort of pretty much sprint, like as fast as I can go. I did it today, and the good news is that I can get underneath the pace required for 5 minute mile. The Bad news is that it's really fast. I managed it for, well, literally, I think I set it as 0.1 of a mile was my target. So, good news, bad news. And again, with a lot of this Project 4, Project 5 stuff, it's a case of it is good news and it's nice to tick it off, but it feels a long way from actually achieving that 5-minute mile. Forgot to say, squat will be 70 kilograms for 5 reps, 5 sets. Deadlift, I think we're starting at 82.5 and we're going up 2.5 kilograms every single set. Just finished with the squats. Went really good. Still feels really comfortable. So I think the plan for keeping it going nice and slow, just building up every session, a couple of times a week, it's going to mean that I can build the numbers back up without risking any injury by coming back too soon. Deadlift, we're going for 5x5. If I started at 67.5, then I would have done 70, 72.5, 75, 77.5. So that's what I'm starting on now, I think. Deadlift's done. I think I've just done 5 reps at 90, 92.5. I'll work it out in a minute, but small. Every single set I could go up. Didn't have a lot of recovery in between. Sometimes only about a minute between sets, which isn't really enough. So it proves that the strength, is still there. It's just going to take a bit of time to come back to the surface. It's feeling good though. It's nice doing weights again. Okay, it's the day after the second attempt at a heavy deadlift and the first attempt at linking a deadlift into a 1 kilometer run. It went really well. So we had space before I was coaching to do a heavy deadlift in the little weights room, 20k bar, and then 150 kilograms of weight in total, so 170. It was without straps, without a belt. It went pretty well. I could have maybe gone a couple of kilograms heavier, but that's 15 kilograms more than I did a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was. So progress is coming on really well. It's not so much I've got 15 kilograms stronger, I've just got used to lifting the weights again, and I sort of trusted myself and my back mainly to lift for 170, so that was really promising. Then within about 20, 30 minutes probably, out onto the 1 kilometer loop. It's weird, the route I'm doing is almost exactly a 1 kilometer, so it's so handy for pacing mentally, because you know where you're at. I still went out way too hard. I was running way underneath the 4-minute pace for the first 300-400 meters, and then I just died. I did well. I was lucky that I got far enough ahead in the first half that I could just kind of jog it in for the last. But that came in at 3 minutes 45. I did have 2 watches on, so I had an old Garmin that I was using for pacing, and then a newer Samsung one. The idea was that Samsung one would allow me to show Strava without having to have my phone in my pocket or in my hand, but it just wouldn't find my satellites. So I haven't got Strava, but I did it. So we're going to call this and try to keep it under 15 minutes. Then we're going to go into part 2, and that's going to be the last build up to hopefully 182.5 kilogram deadlift, and then linking it into the 1 kilometer run. All being well, I can up my lift without losing much, if any, of the time on the run, and we can actually hopefully tick off project 4. That is the end of part 1. See ya.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be